Welcome to Zielona Góra. The town is called in German Gruenberg, and before 1945 this was a German town. It was later a Polish occupation zone, and then the Germans were simply resettled to Western Germany and Polish people moved in. All you can see here was built before the war mostly, so all the city center is like it comes from the end of 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. Those houses are a bit newer. That's the main museum in the town, and that's the gallery, the BVA, and you can see the local youth, local rastas sitting outside and smoking some cigs. So it's like quite a nice place to sit and stay. Main strolling parade, like the mall of the town. All the people who want to have some fun and chat with each other come here and sit and have a talk. So, well, I don't sit here because there is the police station and those people inside there aren't very nice, but most of the people does. So, young people sit outside the VDA and older people sit here. So we are in front of what was before an opera here. It was a music theater and opera. It was built in 1931 by Oskar Kaufmann. It is like a nice modernist building, which was before the pride of the town because it was an opera. Now it is only a theater. It was like reduced, and yeah, it's nice to know that it was an opera, and yeah, we can see all the former glory of the town. And I hope one day it could return. You can have one day maybe some opera here. It would be nice to like. I like when people sing. I don't know, they can sing. I cannot do it like that, but some can. So thanks. Sorry. No, so that's a tramway. The tramway comes from nearby town Gorzów, which is a bit more to the north. And there were no tramways before the war in Zielona Góra. There was only like suburban railway system, which is now closed, and the tracks are still there, but nothing goes in them, unfortunately. And there were omnibuses, and like in the before, this was the main square of the town, and all the traffic came here. And yeah, it was like the most important place in the town, and there are the highest buildings here around. And that's the hotel, which is called the Śródmiejski Hotel. Before the war, it was like Imperial Hotel. And those are the local gangsters. Look, that's the local gangsters. Yeah, they're here. Yeah. So that's the city center. It's like former gates to the city center. Those carved stone here. It's like you could enter from here. There was a tower and a gate that let people enter the city center, and all the houses are like it's like 19th century, and before they were like was nowadays it's a bit went down because they opened the galleries outside of the city center like shopping malls, and all the shops here are not like it has not developed so much. But anyway, let us go to the center. So we are now, that's the rest of the city walls. So there were walls surrounding the town, and that's the rest of it. And that's belonging to the bishop. So the bishop is residing in this place nowadays. And before it was like a prison for like witches, because in this town they were burning witches. So let us say someone would say, "Yes, you are a witch," and they took this person here. I closed it with a gate, and then they put it on like a pail of wood, and they burnt this person. It was like a horrible, disgusting death. You could suffocate with your blood, or I don't know, with the horrible death anyway. Don't think about it. It was like in this town they were burning witches, so burning people for all the Middle Ages. Until the 17th century, when the Habsburg monarchy fell down a bit. So it was the last town in the empire when there were burning witches. And that's the Philharmonic Orchestra. We'll go there. So that's the Philharmonic Orchestra of Zielona Góra. Not playing anything nice, in fact. They play old music because they say they have no money for new notes or something. Whatever. Anyway, you can, if you like old music, like, I don't mean like contemporary classical music, but some old classical music that you know already from everywhere, then you might go in and listen to it. I don't recommend it, but anyway, there was a fountain here, but nowadays there is no fountain. They like put it all, there's nothing here really. So we sometimes play here capoeira, and we do it like that. So if you like capoeira, then I think someday you can find us here, because capoeira is something that we love. Yeah. So that's a church. It was before a Protestant church, and then the Catholics took over it after the Polish people came in, after the Germans were resettled. And we'll go in silent because people pray here. There might be some prayer, I don't know. You have to take down your hat. Holy Mary, our Queen. Can translate. It's Pater Noster in Latin. Got this prayer. Let's go out. A bit weird. So that's the city hall. It was built in the Middle Ages. You can see a window from Middle Ages. It's a bit. Yeah, you cannot see through it nowadays, but I think if you removed all this concrete, you could see like Gothic windows behind, and that's like the wine grapes. So in the Middle Ages they were cultivating wine grape in the town, and like everyone now is dreaming that it was like something very, very important to show that they were having those grapes and wine industry, but nowadays nothing is produced here anymore. But they still try to show us something as like a symbol of the town. It's strange because I have never found anywhere a wine from this town. So that's it. So that's the city market, that's the city hall, and we go a bit to the south of the market, at the south of the city center. That's the Hunger Tower. So it was said that like people were imprisoned here. I don't know if it is true or not, but anyway, it was like one of the entry gates to the city center, the old town. And let us now go to the town. Oh, that's such a narrow street in the city center. You can see now all the houses are like closed. There are no shops, and the street is dying because there is car traffic here. So you wouldn't like to, I don't know, go to a restaurant on a street where there is so much traffic and cars are passing by. So I think one day they would close it for traffic, and then people would return here. I hope. The tower of the city hall, and no, there are no people here because there are cars and there's too much car traffic here. No shops, no pubs. That's the Cathedral of Saint Hedwig, and it comes from 12th or 13th century. It's very old. That's the most precious thing we have in the town. It comes from the 11th century or 12th century. It's very old. It's like it was taken from another church, and it represents some Roman basilica.